How are all of you doing today? Today is a super exciting day for me because today is my birthday! Yay! I like this cake. I can't see it right now. But anyway, yay! It's like an Inazuma style cake. You can see like there's like a little kitsune and the sakura flowers. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. Yay, I got Primo Gems too. Oh, this is awesome. And since my birthday is like always like near Genshin Impact's birthday, there's always like cool stuff near my birthday too. Like they always distribute the mail in my time zone like at 9 p.m. like the day before it's actually supposed to go out. So tomorrow's login bonus is supposed to be like the Clee party popper, but technically it's gonna come out today, so I get that for my birthday as well. Oh, that's so cool. Anyway, I just wanted to point out, because I checked this out after the last episode. If you go and click, how are you feeling now, Catherine? How am I feeling? Was I unwell? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't quite remember what happened before. But since I'm here, I suppose it was no trouble in the end. Yeah, so this Catherine does not remember anything that happened before. I guess the other Catherine is dead, and the Adventurers Guild tried to cover up the fact that their Catherine died and just, you know, things as usual. Put another Catherine here. Yeah, of course it's been replaced. The other one got utterly destroyed. What is this? Use. Yay, I got my resin. And then I get to keep the cake. Aw. So I guess this one is kind of like a Leah style cake, and the first year would have been like a Mondstadt style cake. So this one's an Inazuma style cake. Wait. Why is it it's almost the same description, but slightly different. Anyway, now I have 2 birthday cakes. Okay, to celebrate my birthday, we're going to do the Archon quest. We're going to do Act 4, King Deshret and the 3 Magi, which I saved for today. Oh, there's so many things I gotta do today. Like, I'm supposed to get my free Starbucks drink, so I gotta go out and get my free Starbucks drink. But we're gonna play this first. Looks like I've been getting daily commissions in the desert, which I gotta unlock the desert waypoints now. Let's see. Hello. What's up?
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
Yeah.
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff. So
this is where all the mad scholars go, and
did you notice anything else?
sometimes Nahida gives them blessings and stuff, and other times she can't be everywhere at once.
Well, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
So, oh, you just walk away from us, okay. Whoa, look at the desert. It looks so red. I have not checked out the pyramid yet, but I totally want to. Look at that place. Maybe we'll get to go there for this Archon quest. Hello.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Okay.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Alright, makes sense. Pretty dangerous in the desert at night.
I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground.
I think in the last episode we realized that Nahida actually sometimes gives her blessings to the mad scholars.
Teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case,
yeah.
I'll always be thankful to him
cool.
and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything
Yeah,
like that.
I think the people in our village
Gotcha. Thank you.
are quite nice to the scholars. They have like a very mutual understanding with each other, especially since the scholars help them out, and in return they care for the scholars. So, hello. I guess you're right next to the next part of the Archon quest, so let's talk. This condition is tricky. I will get Dr. Zachariah's help. Is someone gravely ill? Huh? Traveler? No one's gravely ill. It's just that a patient suddenly can't see well. I gave him some medicine, but it didn't really work that well. Okay, have you tried prescribing other medicine? That would be far beyond me. See, with my limited experience, I can only fill someone up with this many prescriptions. They can treat mild conditions alright, but when it comes to serious ones, they're next to useless. Luckily, Dr. Zachariah at Birmanstan has offered to prescribe medicine. Okay. You want me to go there, right? Yeah, sure. Is that in Sumeru City, or is that here? I think it's in Sumeru City. Yep. Okay, we'll go finish that later. Who's here? Hello.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while.
Yeah, okay. So we're getting the same information, really. No one's seen the scholars in a while, but they do respect the scholars. I just don't know where they've gone.
Despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them.
Okay, some people are terrified, but the others
And
really
speaking
respect
of my
them.
wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora.
Well,
Explain why she's always mad at
I think
me.
that happens in every
Oh,
universe.
Thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
Thank you.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he go for a walk and get lost?
I actually don't remember why we're looking for
Yeah.
him other than he's lost.
That's no good.
Yeah.
Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Okay, sure.
I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Aww.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Yeah, seems like this is a very
Okay.
tight-knit community,
Thank you, sir.
so...
Huh?
What's wrong, Cyno? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here.
Uh-oh.
Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Did he, like, sense something? Oh. King Deshret and the 3 Magi. Alright, here we go! Follow Cyno. Okay. Shutting up, saying nothing. Is the Scarlet King really gonna come back
See
from the
if you can
dead?
make out what they're saying.
Yeah.
Have you heard? The mighty
Oh, that's
Scarlet
actually what
King,
they're talking
the
about.
sovereign of
I just
our
heard
fate,
somebody saying
will
that in the
soon
distance.
return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods.
Absolutely never.
Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever.
Oh.
Delavar was saying that
I don't think
many
that's anything to do with
people
the
also
Scarlet
went
King. I
insane
think that
just
has more
before
to
the
do
fall of the
with,
Scarlet King civilization in ancient times.
Scaramouche.
We don't quite know why, but it
Developing,
seems
like,
like
a
there's some
cult
sort of connection
following,
between
basically.
insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared?
Okay.
If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's
I
resurrection.
don't like that sentence, but sure.
Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
City folks.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Oopsie. You should have been careful.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Okay. He's cool. I like Cyno.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no
You're no
match
match
for this guy.
at all.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Cyno's
Well,
pretty scary,
I
like in a
only know
cool
a
way
few
though.
things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Okay. Hmm.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the Akademiya. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life.
Yeah,
Would
I
you
can
wanna
agree.
live
Like
like this if
being
you were in our
forced to take
place?
care of
The
the
radicals were even more
like some of the
thrilled than me
people
when they heard
definitely
the
have a
news.
good
We're
connection
all praying for the
with
Scarlet
the
King's
Mad
speedy
Scholars,
return.
but the rest of the people,
Delavar also said
like,
that once the Scarlet King returns to our
it's
side,
not like they chose
it's
to
only
have
a matter
other
of
people
time
get
before we conquer
banished
the
to
land on
their
the other
village,
side
I
of the
guess.
wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more.
Keep talking.
Got it.
But yeah, it sounds like regardless
first,
though,
I
just
told myself it
these
was just a
some of the
drink
people are just
talking,
fed up with the
but then all the mad
Akademiya
scholars vanished without a trace, just as the
in
rumors
general.
said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone
Don't
else
bring
around
a
here is also
guilty
guilty.
judgment
I'm
in front
just
of
saying what
Cyno.
the
He
others
will
said.
absolutely destroy you.
People here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Well, it's probably the Akademiya that's the true target of their hatred. I agree. The Akademiya doesn't like the Dendro Archon either, so they basically use her as a scapegoat for all the problems. So it's actually the Akademiya that they see. They said it's like, we don't like the Akademiya sending us stuff, and they don't like the Akademiya treating them poorly, and yeah.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
Yeah, what about you, man?
Not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not
It's okay.
here right
Cyno
now.
can tell you're not lying.
Sounds like
so.
you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
Okay, provide
I
names.
have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish,
Whoa.
and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Such an edgy line.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Goodbye.
That scared Paimon half to death. Cyno is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not one of your enemies. Yet.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you not to get on his bad side.
I heard that.
I know you heard that.
Sorry.
Paimon, did you really think that he didn't hear that?
It's part of being a Matra.
So you're part of the
The
job.
rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we could check the scholars' homes?
Very well.
Isak!
Hello, Isak.
I'm here.
Hi.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Sounds good. Yay. Sounds like in many ways, like the village keepers and the people of our village have a mutual connection. However, it feels
Grandpa?
so.
Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Aw. Yeah, what I'm getting at is, the people here don't seem to actually be upset with the mad scholars themselves. They're more mad at the Akademiya for sending them. Yeah.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
Oh, it's like a humble
There sure
cave.
isn't much here.
Huh. What's that smell? Cyno, did you catch a faint whiff of incense? Oh no, making connection with the divine again, are we?
No.
No?
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as
It's
before.
the spirit borneal, the one stuff that only we can smell from
But are
far
you
away.
okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A
Yes.
certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day.
Yeah. And you believe
Then he gave
Tainari,
us
right?
a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know Tainari?
Yep.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
The bestest of friends.
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
I can't handle this scent very well.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest where a scholar was meditating.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Who is now a follower of Scaramouche. Let's keep looking for more clues. Oh, Cyno is just like here in the world. Oh my gosh, so cool. Hang on. Can I like... Hey. No. Don't turn around. Heck, I need to like freaking like predict where he's going to be so I can selfie with him. I'm so funny sometimes. Where'd you go? Okay, you want me to observe the tent. Okay. Looks like someone's been living in here this entire time. Okay. Fair enough. Footprints? These footprints are at least rather clear. Oh, and Cyno found something. Isak, you okay? Hello, Cyno. What's going on?
What are you looking for, Cyno?
Here it is.
Here it is. What is it?
Take a look right here.
Okay. Floor.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are
Didn't
footprints
we just
here.
say the footprints were pretty clear?
In the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village.
Very observant.
The
I feel like
scent is
Cyno
quite
and
faint,
Hazel would
but
be
still
good detective
extant.
buddies together.
The footprints head in the direction of the
You
door.
mean someone else has been here?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Oh, lured him away. That's what happened. Oh, makes sense. Probably because the incense gives you, like, connection to the divine, and all these mad scholars went mad from connections to the divine, and they just want, like, more of it.
Huh? So
Or, like,
you
they can't
can
help
lure someone
themselves,
away with
like-
just a scent?
Yeah. You fall for that kind of thing all the time, Paimon.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Yeah, but yeah.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
This is spirit borneal,
Even
right?
deep within the
So
clutches
it's
of
very
madness,
specific incense.
they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
It's okay, we'll find him.
Someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Is it to resurrect King Deshret?
Are the rumors really true?
That's the only lead that we have so far. I mean, it still seems a little weird, but I mean... Because Sataria said that the whole thing about the Scarlet King being resurrected was just like a misinformation campaign. And we were the ones spreading around information that it was real. But is it actually real?
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Okay.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong.
Okay.
Please help
We'll help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak.
Mhm.
We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Yeah.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Sounds like a good plan. Alright. Looks like they were lured away by incense. But for what reason, we do not know. Are we actually resurrecting the Scarlet King here? Nahida told us we'd be able to find the help we need to save Sumeru here in the desert. So, does that include this whole thing about the Scarlet? Oh, I should grab that. Scarlet King. Oh, here in the desert, the sky is just so clear. It's so different than other parts of Teyvat too. Other parts of Teyvat, you can see like a Milky Way and stuff. This place, it's just... Actually, that's weird. Where'd the Milky Way go? But the stars are much more clear, and the moon as well. But where did the Milky Way go? If it's more clear, the Milky Way should be there too. Okay, I guess I'll grab that Dendroculus later.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice too.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Quite a lot.
Ah, welcome back.
Yay.
Sounds like everyone's friends
Oh, we're the
already.
bestest of friends.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
We found some good
Reasonably.
clues for our mystery.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
No. Was he supposed to?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Oh no.
Did you find out anything useful?
Does this mean Alhaitham we'll tell you everything we learned?
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
Hmm. Who are those two? Are those some people we saw
The
earlier?
resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've
Or
heard
is
of
those
it.
other radicals that they were talking about?
Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall.
Oh,
Scholars
okay.
are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make
Well,
a
you just
profit
buy it
here.
in the city and travel a few
Not to
days out
mention
here, I
making
guess.
incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the Akademiya and search for
Probably not, you know.
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step.
We
But
don't.
today,
We shouldn't go
you've
back
got
to the
me on your
Akademiya
team,
after what
so we
happened
can
last
mission
time with the Tory.
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I
Good.
know a
At
thing or
least we have
two
Dehya
about these
here.
radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook.
Not as
A
cool
whole lot
names
of them
as
are
the
known around
Flame
these
Mane,
parts.
though. I feel like I've heard these names somewhere before. So that guy is still spying on us from
These
back there.
guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets,
Yeah.
the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Akademiya. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become
Okay.
radicals.
What was that guy back there doing?
You're amazing! You really know this place inside and
Like,
out.
Dehya, Huh? Dehya's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet for now.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more
So
I've
whatever
spent in the tavern has
it
been a valuable investment.
She knows
Let's
we're
head
being
out.
listened in on.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Cyno.
Why?
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs.
I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of, but that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
Huh? Okay, so she wants Cyno to go out there and
I need to go around
socialize.
and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Oh, I see.
Fine.
Good.
Because he
Then we've got a
intimidates
plan.
people.
The Traveler and
Although-
Paimon will go to Caravan
Although
Rebat with me.
he seemed
and
pretty
we'll try our
effective
best
at
to
getting
figure out where
information
the
out
mad
of them
scholars have been
earlier
taken.
by
Cyno,
threatening
you'll have
them.
to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
'Cause I think Dehya knows Dehya knows we're being listened in on, but what can we do about that right now? All right, hello you two.
Cyno, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dehya just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible.
I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring out into
Nah.
the distance,
He's
thought you
just
might have been
staring out
mulling
into the
over Dehya's
distance
words.
all the time.
No, I'm used to being treated that way. It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
All right, cool. All right, I gotta grab this Dendroculus. I have to. Please, please. Yay! Okay. Go to Caravan Rebat. Looks like we're here.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Yeah, kinda.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist?
Magic.
It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Huh.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and
Aw.
discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor,
That's-
like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
It's just
Even
that's
if a
kind of like
child
the
from the
way the
desert
Grand
got the
Sages were
chance to
talking to
obtain an
Nilu as
Akasha
well.
terminal,
Basically, like,
almost all their requests
oh,
for
if you're
knowledge
not
would
part
be
of the
denied.
Akademiya
The
and
Akademiya believes
pursuing
we're underserving.
excessive knowledge as a holistic resource,
Geniuses
then
like Sataria
you are
are
not
one in a
as
million.
cool
The other
like
children never get a single
us.
chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the Akademiya knows very well that we're humans,
Yeah.
just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
I understand how she feels, but I hope she doesn't do anything drastic here.
Hey, Dehya. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
What is it, Ether?
Shh.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Caravan Rebat is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what
Yeah.
we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Sounds good. In we go. Here we go. Going to the tavern.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
Maybe we should go
You
at
don't see any,
nighttime?
Dehya, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink
Who
too?
are you?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Cool. Yeah, I noticed there was somebody
Oh,
sitting at the
And
table.
who do you
and
have with you here?
You don't know anyone
Guests
here?
from another land?
Yes, we are travelers. Ooh, nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dehya's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
Yep.
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Really?
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall.
What
So,
side of...
Dehya,
Isn't Caravan and Ravat kind of
looking
like
for
in the
someone?
middle of the wall? So when I
Yeah.
say other side of
Have
the
you
wall,
seen
I assume they
Edgar,
mean
Delavar,
the
or
rainforest
Yabari
side.
recently?
But I'm confused
I
because they're
have.
right in
Matter
the
of
middle
fact,
of the
We were all
wall.
here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days.
Yeah,
So,
we
you
heard.
came here to help him out?
Wink,
Hey,
wink,
keep it
help him
down.
out.
Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Yeah. Go to the place. Okay. Alright, just outside here. So they're trying to resurrect the Scarlet King, but we also have... But that's just because they don't feel like they've been treated well by the Akademiya. So I guess that's understandable. Not sure that actually resurrecting the Scarlet King is going to help, but I guess when you're desperate, then anything sounds better than what you're currently living like. So, yeah.
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
So sandy out here
This
in the
place is
desert.
practically deserted.
It's a
What are you
desert.
doing in a place like this?
Deserted. Desert. Well, it's a quiet place. Don't do like a shady exchange, right?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on.
Oh.
A wild stab
Because it's
in
a
the
trap.
dark.
Like,
You're like lambs to the
uh-huh, I'm
slaughter.
sure we are. Yeah, so fine, you can't trust them anyway. Oh, it's fine. Look at Tumbleweed! Sorry, I'm just watching the
What's this all
tumbleweed
about,
go up
Zaki?
there.
Come on, Dehya. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on
so
you
that's
from
who
the
that
moment
spy
you set
was.
foot there.
Wait, Dehya, I thought you knew we were being followed.
Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Akademiya to look for the missing scholars.
Yeah.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Of course they were, but...
Oh, Paimon knew leaving Cyno behind was a mistake.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are?
Actually, wait a minute. Did you
really
just call
thought we'd
Cyno
fall
the
for your
strongest
little
one?
business deal
Nah, Cyno's
nonsense?
like maybe the second strongest. I thought we're the strongest
so you and
ones.
Delavar have been
We're
partners
the, we're
all
the
along.
strongest ones in the group. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I
you
can
got
see
one
that
thing
now.
right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Akademiya.
So,
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engar, you're here too, huh?
mm-hmm. Can we just,
Long
like,
time
fight
no
it out
see,
already yet?
Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dehya, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join
I'm a little
us.
confused about what our
Yeah,
stance
gee,
is.
what a
Because
missed
Nahida told
opportunity.
us to seek
Adopting radical views and
seek
kidnapping
help in the
innocent
desert for
scholars,
overthrowing
all
the
because of some
Akademiya's
baseless
illusions and
rumors?
lies.
Anything else I'm
So,
missing out on?
are we actually trying to
See? There you
help
have
with
it. Mercenaries
I
are
guess,
just a
but their
bunch of
uprising is
faithless
not
scum with
good
only one thing on their
either in
minds.
terms of
Mora.
stability of Sumeru.
Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by
So-
Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a
I
profit
guess
to be
we're not
made,
trying to.
anyone
We're not
can become
trying
my
to. We don't
friend.
necessarily support the
Enough
resurrection
talking.
of
Get
the
'em.
Scarlet King, but we do need to get help here with
Just as I
overthrowing the
expected. Let's
Akademiya's
teach 'em a
current
lesson,
plan.
traveler.
So, I mean, all right, and finally,
Punchy.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Oz, reveal thyself.
goodbye, goodbye. Where is everyone? Ha! You thought you stood a chance against us? You really thought you stood a chance against us? How pathetic. I don't know. I don't know any insults to say to these people. These people are just wow, that was really easy. I thought there was gonna be more waves.
Impossible! Yeah, how could you?
Bro, do you know who we are?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop.
Yeah.
I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all.
Oh, I was wondering about that.
And of
Dia
course
said
you
like,
would
"Oh, I
believe
have no
everything
skills
he
compared to
reported.
Cyno." I was like,
The only
that's
thing
not
you know about
true.
me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action.
And
Even
well,
though you've heard
I guess
we
that's
went to handle
not turning out
monsters
very
together,
well for them
you believe that
now.
Candace was the only one doing all
So
the
she
real
was
fighting.
sort of aware
That
that
so-called flame main is just a fraud.
we
She admitted it herself.
were being
She
listened
just
in
uses her
on.
connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching.
All right, so
you.
Dia did know we were being listened
you
on
were
because I could
stupid
tell that
enough
she
to
kept
fall
looking over
for
her
it.
shoulder. We kept looking
I
over our
figured as
shoulder.
much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye. That's right. You show him, Dia.
Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them
Oh, and you
report
let
back.
them
Those
lead
two
us
who were
right
snooping
into
around
their
were just
whole
a couple
camp.
small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So those names you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit.
Yeah. Like I said, those names are not as cool as the Flame Main.
Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the
Those don't
scar-riddled
even
bandit,
sound
are
like
the
cool
nicknames they
names,
came
even
up
if
with
they
for
were
themselves.
like cool
Alcohol
fighters.
has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap.
Yep,
Zaki was
pretty
probably the best
numbskull.
hidden
He
of them all.
thought he thought
My
he had
initial
trapped
plan was to
us,
find Delavar
but it was
first, and
actually
then
the
try to
other way
track him
around.
down.
I knew it. I could sense Dia was planning something, but I wasn't sure until it all came together. He was a duck-tailed bearded crook.
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some
Oh.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
food. No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the
Oh,
eavesdropper
okay.
think that I was making some
I was
wild
worried for a
guesses
second,
based on my
like, is he being
impressions.
nice to them just to get
Wow,
get
what a
win his
genius
trust?
idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
She's smart and strong, so cool.
That thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
Yeah, she said a lot of things before.
About how mercenaries only care about Mora.
and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a
No,
profit.
you know her better
Does
than that.
that bother you?
Well, I don't think you're that kind of person.
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, you're still helping us out.
Dehya, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people unless they were truly compassionate.
Yes,
I've
I
begun
can
to
tell as
realize
well.
that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy.
Yeah, basically they've used
It's all
Lesser
the
Lord
Akademiya's
Kusanali
trickery.
as their
But
scapegoat.
I
The
see through it
Akademiya
all.
has.
And unlike
The
them, I
Akademiya...
can never be hostile towards anyone.
Although
who's never
everyone
done
knows the
anything
Akademiya is
wrong.
being a little bit suspicious too, but they're putting the societal blame
Anyway,
on the Dendro
looks like we're
Archon.
done with business
But
here. Travelers,
like-
lend me a hand. Let's tie him up
It
and
looks
bring
like
him to the village.
we've actually shown Tainari and Cyno and Dehya all this evidence that that Lesser Lord Kusanali is actually trying to be with her people and trying to care for them.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please
Is that where all the bandits went?
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's
I
been
trust
guarding
Candace.
Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
her.
these guys are
While
in
I'm
for
questioning them,
a world
why
of
don't you pass some
trouble.
time by exploring the area?
Getting questioned by
I'll meet you back
Candace.
here tomorrow morning, traveler.
All right. Sounds good.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
I hope they do not die cowering in fear. What you saying?
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this. All we have to do is wait for her word.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, next morning. Morning. Good morning. Okay, I see the quest marker show up. Hello.
Hey, Dehya.
Did you stand here the whole night?
Right on time.
Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
All right.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yeah.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Dehya's awesome.
Thanks for that.
Oh, hello there. How was your day?
Cyno's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yeah, aren't we all early
Yes.
risers in this
I
universe?
was here yesterday to help out a little.
Uh-huh.
To help out? By doing what?
Well, he usually
Sharing
does, right?
some interrogation techniques.
Oh,
Hmm.
you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Right. Okay.
Come on in, everyone.
Cool.
Come on, let's go inside.
Let's see what these fools have to say for themselves. Alright, let's go. Where's Alhaitham? It's pretty suspicious that he's been gone for so long.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
I think she is
Do I?
furious.
What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I
Ooh,
need
that's
to
a cool
work on my
line.
composure. Still, It's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Alright, spill it.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what you
Please,
know.
don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
We're gonna die?
Looks like Cyno taught her well.
Oh, she mastered it really quickly too.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Yeah.
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You think she's gonna give you mercy?
You've made your bed. We may both be
now
desert
lie in
dwellers,
it. Is that how the line goes?
but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power.
And
Life may be
Candace is a
tough
descendant of the
and
Scarlet
tiring,
King too.
but we wish
So,
to preserve our way
we should
of
listen
life.
to her on the subject.
A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry.
Okay, now tell us where the
I'll tell you
scholars are.
everything I know. Please, just let us go.
Alright,
I'm listening.
we're listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern.
Okay.
That's how we ended up hearing about the
Yeah,
Scarlet
we've been
King's
hearing about a lot of
resurrection.
rumors for a long
Some
time.
mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers.
That sounds
Slip
too
up again,
good to
and
be
you'll regret
true.
it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Where are the village keepers now?
I'm not sure.
Oh, great.
That's one.
Huh?
One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
Oh no, Cyno can tell,
to lure them out of
because
their
Cyno
houses in
can
the night with
see
some kind of incense. We
people's
take them to a
lives, and he
junction
knew that
outside
we
the
weren't
village.
lying
Then the
about having
mystery
met
guy takes them
Asura
from there.
Kusanali, so
You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear.
so if
Just ask them
Cyno
if you
says
don't
these guys are
believe me.
lying, they have the liar's look in their eyes.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go
Okay. Go on, what? Do you have any idea who that mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face.
Cover his face.
He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Okay.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are
Just make sure they're not listening
this
real quick.
mystery man they speak of
Oh
could
my
be
gosh,
from
these
the
characters are
Akademiya.
very, like... they're not afraid to get their hands
Some time
dirty.
ago, people from the Akademiya attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused.
So first they
insisting
banished
they
them and they're
are
like, sorry,
part of our
we don't like that
community.
they're being treated nicely in
Strikes me
banishment. We're gonna
now
take them
that
away
this
now.
secretive character shares the
Is it
same
Dottore?
goal
Because
they
Dottore
had.
wears a mask over his
Which
face.
means it's highly likely that the Akademiya was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them
Yeah,
back.
that's exactly what I
We
mean.
aren't gonna let that happen.
You banish them, it's like,
Not
oh
the
sorry, we
Akademiya
don't
again.
actually want to banish them. We need to use them in our experiment instead. Satari also mentioned King Deshret's resurrection as just an Akademiya misinformation campaign. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
Yeah.
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Akademiya. A change in their plans likely means
Maybe they're not
found
using them
another
to
way
sacrifice
exploit
the Scarlet
scholars.
King. What if they're going to sacrifice them to Scaramouche? That'll be horrible.
Regardless, our top priority now
Yeah,
is
let's go
locating
rescue
the
them
village
first.
keepers.
Figure out why.
You're
later.
right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Sounds good.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Yep.
Let's meet back
Make sure
here
they
once
wake up,
everyone's ready.
and then they never do bad things to our village again. Oh, there. Oh, cry from the Elazar hospital. Uh-oh. There they are, knocked out, indeed.
I just hope everyone's all right.
Me too, dude.
What scheme is the Akademiya brewing now?
They want to create a god for some reason that we
You look
don't fully
worried.
know yet.
Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very
Mhm.
important to me.
I can tell that
You have a strong
they
sense
are.
of belonging
They've become a
here.
very strong part of
I
the
guess
community.
I'm the opposite. Mercs
In a
are stray
tight-knit
dogs,
community,
wherever they
and-
go.
Dehya,
For
don't
whatever
say
reason,
that.
they had to
can be
come
a
here in the
part of this
first place. They're
community,
now
too.
family to many of the
Thanks.
people here.
I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Yeah, alright. Let's go. How many ubiquity net? Maybe there's some cool stuff. Oh, the desert. Oh, okay. There you are. Where you been?
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo!
Where have you been?
Where did you come from?
Why are you always like this?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced.
Yeah, I'm just
thus
sitting
far.
here reading my
You were
notes.
gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Uh-huh. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Alhaitham?
Hey, what's with the silence?
Smug
You'll
Paimon.
never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mean.
Uh-oh. Ugly
Paimon's gonna
nickname
give you an
time.
ugly nickname.
Go ahead, I won't stop you. First of all, he's trying to tell us something important, but not directly telling us, so that's not good. So go ahead. You know what? Ugly nickname time.
Never mind.
It's okay, you have like the rest of the Archon quest to think of
There's
something.
nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. Makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate.
Right, yeah, I figured.
Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter.
Kinda,
yes?
yeah.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Right, okay. What do you have to say for yourself now, Alhaitham? That diamond on his like neck kind of looks like the diamond from like The Sims.
Enough with the silent treatment!
I think he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village.
Yeah.
Bold of you to question our choices.
That's... I don't know why this conversation is so funny to me. That's true.
Yeah, you're all talk.
I mean, he's probably not all talk, but he's not all helpful either.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do.
Like, I'm sure
which
he's
I've
done
now
more than
finished.
just talk, but he's not really helped us out very much today.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
Alright, if you say so.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had
Alright,
missed.
spill.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm
Oh,
going to
Cyno's
take you to
annoyed
someone.
face.
But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
Have an open mind as to...
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing?
Well, they probably feel like we're a bunch of outsiders just prying into their internal affairs, and that's probably not the nicest thing.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
What do you mean by that?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again,
Yeah, hiding the
these
truth is
people have
hiding
their
the truth.
reasons.
It's not necessarily
Remember
lying.
what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru.
Right. That is what she said.
That's because whether the Scarlet King
So
or the
they're
Denjo
forced to
Archon
install
has
a
power
Sept
is
the
of
Seven
little
in their village.
significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new info for someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along.
Yeah.
Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
Right. She was
The
afraid we were
reason
going to
being,
attack her.
To someone who only wants to live their life in peace,
She was afraid we were going to
any
attack
external
her, but
factors
then it's like,
introduce
oh, you just
unpredictability
want
into
information.
the
Okay,
equation.
I'll just tell you everything so you leave me alone.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Yeah, I
You
remember
look
that.
like a real fighter.
Okay, so...
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Cyno's authority and strength.
Yeah.
Right. You were asking about the I mean,
He was here this
the
whole
mad
time.
scholars.
Of course.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
Right.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Okay.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Mm-hmm.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Right.
Then why would she lie?
Well, just so that way the
By
radicals
getting
don't go
involved with
after
an
her.
outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
Alright.
We're on it!
We're on it. The friendly face of Ether and Paimon. Where'd they go? Aww. Excuse me, we have to ask you something.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with
Oh,
me.
Alhaitham is with us.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Don't worry, we...
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Alright, that's something we're good at.
That simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Miss Shawnee.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something.
Yes?
Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
I don't think so, no.
Why's that?
Because it'll only result in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, Do you believe our lives will get better?
Someday. But I don't know for right now. I can't promise anything, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in.
Yeah.
We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
It's okay. I understand.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru.
I see.
Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Probably.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes
Very
to
narrow-minded.
and beliefs.
Can't see
It makes no difference what I say
other
or
people's
how
views
I behave.
at all.
I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
I see. It's okay.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Could you make out where the sounds are coming from?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not
Wow,
far
this
from the
really does
village.
sound like a horror thing.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
I wonder if that's the hospital, that's the place where Kale was taken to, where she was used in Dotori's experiments. We need to check out that hospital. Yeah, I think we need to check it out too, Ether. Just keep in mind though, it's probably really scary in there, if you know what I mean. This really sounds like a creepy old hospital with cries coming from the night and like all this weird stuff. Like, okay, we 100% need to check it out because we need to know what's wrong. It's a meerkat! Hang on, I need this meerkat. No. Again? Masked weasel. Okay, maybe not exactly a meerkat, but pretty close. Or Al-Shifa. Lifeless Star Al-Shifa added to the arc. Okay, this place... Wow, that looks scary and that's in the daytime. Oh my gosh. Like... We've been through a lot of... Okay, admittedly, we've been through a lot of ruins.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, hello. So I feel better knowing there are other people here. We've been through like a lot of ruins.
Is this an answer from this world?
A lot of ruins.
Is this the place?
In Tibet.
It's in terrible shape. And there's sand. Monsters! Watch out!
I don't like sand. It's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere.
My royal decree.
What?
It's fine.
Goodbye. Enemy reinforcements. Oh, hello. It's you. Come on, no. This. This.
Time to get fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
And now the absolute overkill. There you go. And what were you expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, something like that.
Okay. Sure.
Super serious. We gotta stay on our A game
Yeah.
too.
This is the one.
The one, oh, the Dendro monument. There you go. We very rarely get to see characters actually using their visions in this game, but there we go.
Let's go in and take a look.
I was afraid you were going to say that. Carefully search the abandoned hospital. Okay, we're not here at nighttime though. Okay, we're here in the daytime, Paimon. Weren't we supposed to hear to investigate the cries at night?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying
Yeah.
at night. We have time to burn.
Exactly.
Until then.
Until then? Yeah?
I'm taking a break.
Alright.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read?
Very...
What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
It's probably like notes and stuff.
Okay, sure.
The natural position.
Oh, physics.
Which is the positional propensity of an entity.
It's physics. It's
in
kinematics.
Natural motion in
And
contrast
dynamics.
with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity
That's inertia.
tendency
When free
to
from external
follow
influences, every
its
entity
natural
displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory.
So,
So, you got that? Yeah, I did.
Oh, Paimon gives
I
up.
understand.
Keep
If
reading
something
your book.
is
See ya.
stationary and there's no external forces, it's just gonna stay stationary. If something is moving, like say like you have a box moving at a constant velocity in a vacuum, so there's no air resistance, no friction or anything, then it keeps moving. So actually, gosh, I don't know. Yes, I understand exactly what he's reading, but you know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while either.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel
That's true.
guide.
Paimon's smart.
Paimon
Paimon's
uses
smart in the stuff that we need for
And
this.
anyway, is that Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated?
Sorry, I'm just thinking about the fact that I'm at a point in my life now. I actually understand every word that he was saying, that he's reading in that book. Okay, Paimon's the best. But yeah, that's like Newton's first law, but they don't have Isaac Newton in this world.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
That's horrifying. Oh my gosh, I heard the chattering immediately. I don't like this. This is no, I don't like this.
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is.
It sounds really painful.
It's coming from that
Please,
direction.
I don't like scary stuff, please.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can
We
get
break
down
the
there.
wooden planks.
Something is off about the interior here.
Yeah. Please, I don't like this. This is scary. And also, I think this is probably the place where Dottore was experimenting on Elazar patients.
As I thought. There's a hidden
Like Polly.
structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one.
This was not like a hospital. This is like a
There are
lab.
other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Good thing. What? Oh, you brought us out of here. Okay. First of all, where was that? It wasn't here. Okay, we shouldn't fall down there yet. I want to see what's this. Use an ancient key. Okay. Scary! Elemental monuments? So where is the... Okay, I see one. Oh, there's a thing. The thing that I seek. Please let me out. Okay, that whatever works. Exploration knowledge? Who knows what... Oh, scattered by animal. Okay, well, I didn't seem to need that for this situation, but... I guess I will keep that in mind while I look around for elemental monuments. So there's one here, but it has like a... Oh! Whoa! Look at those, I guess those aren't unagi, those are like desert worms, but they have like the unagi look. That's cool. Klee does not have very much health. That's all attack and crit damage.
Clouds high. The birds call. Scatter.
Burn.
By royal decree.
Oh.
The wind knows me.
Let's just let Oz do it. Okay, goodbye. Alright, so that did the trick, thankfully. Those little sandwormy things come back. To be fair, those things would be pretty freaky in real life. Where is the last one? I guess we go and attack these random Eremite mercenaries. Because who knows what they could be up to. Even though they're like pretty much the only human company we have in this place. Okay, you know what? You get to live. Okay, this is a sand pile? No, it's just... That's just the hill. Okay. Probably inside here then. Maybe around the back. Oh, you can't really go around the back. Well, you kind of can. A little bit. Where's the last one? I would thought there wouldn't be one on this side because Alhaitham already did that one. And there probably isn't one on this side. So, I mean, okay, so there's one there, one there, one here. So I would have thought the last one would be over here somewhere. Right? Right? Inside of these buildings? No. So fine, I don't really want to go inside though anyway.
Into the wind. Follow the wind.
Follow the wind. Okay, am I blind? I don't see this. Oh, alright. Oh, what are these? Scorpions and like this weird, like, vulture, pterodactyl looking thing. It's probably not a pterodactyl, but it is a vulture. Alright. Now you want me to go inside, don't you? Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it. Alright, here we go. Oh, I am scared. Emergency notice. Patient Abbas, male, 23 years old. Mole on the left side of his forehead. Okay. Survival will be difficult without professional medical care. The patient's viability, once found, immediately inform. Don't give up, stay positive. All beings under the watchfire of the divine, so don't ever give up. Unreadable by weathering. Okay. Hang on, I didn't catch what it said before. One on the left side and left-handed. Okay. So, okay. What about this? Food balanced diet, rest regularly, maintain a good mood. Minty bean soup, hatchin curry, honey curry. Oh, biryani. Okay. Keep a good mood. Even if this place wasn't as scary as it is now, you're being kept underground in the desert. I'm not sure it's, the best of spirits, but hopefully, it was bright and cheery in here at one point, right? In case of emergency, contact the physician on duty immediately. Monday, Ibrahim. Tuesday, redacted. Wednesday, Amori. Okay. Redacted. I don't like that that's redacted. There seems to be a darkened remains of a stem inside the vase. It was probably used to hold flowers. It's for oven at the bottom of the bottle. It seems to be a gift for someone. Okay. That's sad. Oh, what? No. Alhaitham!
Look! There's someone over
Please
there!
protect me, I'm scared!
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Is this a scholar?
You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather.
So...
Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
Who is it?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Akademiya.
Huh.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem.
So, this
Razak
doesn't
was never
make
involved
sense.
in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
He never even tried to make contact with the divine, so how could he have gone mad? How did he become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time
that's
to
why
come
the
back
screams
for
started
him.
to die down over the last few days. Oh, that doesn't look
There are
good.
drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with
not
something
bodies?
heavy.
Loaded with people?
Oh, a cart with people.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught.
What, by who, though?
In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like
Why
they
would we
found
only
living
hear him
proof.
at night, though?
Huh? Why do you say that?
Shouldn't he just be here
Allow me to
the
jog
whole
your
day?
memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Uh-huh, right?
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
You're right! The Divine Knowledge Capsule! But that doesn't make sense, because he's never... But you said that this guy... Because the Eremite guy went mad because he tried to get divine knowledge, and all the scholars went mad because they're trying to, like, connect with the divine. You said this guy didn't do that, though.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Also, I really appreciate what they're doing with these
The
flashbacks
Akademiya is
here.
behind all of this.
Referring
It
back
isn't
to the other
difficult
things that
to deduce
happened.
their rationale.
Right. Okay.
First, the Akademiya spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the
rounding
Akademiya.
the scholars to try to resurrect their
As
god,
well
they were
as
actually
being able
helping
to
the
exploit the
people
radicals
they
for their
considered to be
own
their
ends,
enemies.
This scheme has one further advantage to the Akademiya. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers.
This is them using their wisdom for bad
ever since the
things.
Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread.
Yes.
Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to
out of pure
exploit that for their own
desperation.
ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an Akademiya plot wouldn't even cross their minds.
So they are
seem like a
scapegoating their
simple
problems
strategy, but it is
onto
able
both
to work wonders
Lester
under
Kusanali in
Sumeru's current
general
circumstances.
and the Scarlet King's followers for this plot in particular. And just absolutely not taking any blame for themselves.
There's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Akademiya that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Yeah, they banished them here.
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see. So...
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question.
This is kind of dark.
If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing
Oh my gosh, this really is the missing resources. Like, this is literally what Yamiko said about in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
The information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
Well,
with the
it
technology
can.
of the
I mean,
Sumeru
before you said it could also come
it's
from Ermin's soul,
entirely
which would be
possible.
a better source of
Perhaps
information.
the process caused them
But-
great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain...
This really is horror themed. Oh, this is not right. This is so they're using the knowledge capsules to like extract information from the scholars' brains. Basically, they banish them here. So that way, and then they go missing. So when they go missing, nobody cares anymore. That's what Akademiya would like people to believe. Not that actually no one cares, because the people in our village really miss them. But then they take them to this lab and extract their brains. Oh, that's horrible.
I'm the Akademiya scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind.
Oh, that's how they make divine knowledge capsules,
went
is
wrong
they
in the
extract
process.
information from people who have
Perhaps
made contact with the
his
divine,
curiosity got
and
the
then
better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
went crazy.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Probably, but they probably want the brains of people here. So yeah, exactly what Ether's saying. Fatui the doctor and the balladeer, they use divine knowledge to turn the balladeer into a god. Yeah, exactly.
The
They
look on your
specifically
face tells me you've realized the answer.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is for them to create a divine knowledge capsule, they need to extract divine knowledge. And who better than all these people who've gone crazy witnessing the gods in visions, and not visions, but like hallucinations. And now you can use that to get divine. This is, like I said, this is using a lot of smartness. That's not a very smart. It's using a lot of intelligence and strategy and wisdom to do some very bad things. And for what? We still don't actually know how this plan is going to help Irminsul. And if it's not to help Irminsul, then what? To replace Leslie Kusanali with a god that's probably even worse than her, you know?
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from
Can
divine
we just tell
knowledge?
him? We told Tainari.
The Akademiya is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge.
We told Tainari
but
what we know.
What is their ultimate goal?
Too. Although Alhaitham's
I've
with the
spent quite
Akademiya, I
some
don't know.
time
That's
trying to analyze the
like
contents of
less
the divine
people know, the
knowledge
better,
capsule,
kind of thing.
but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Akademiya may as well shut its doors.
Yeah, this is not what academics are supposed to be like.
The Akademiya's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed,
this is like
the
the
rules
pinnacle
and order
of
that govern everything in the
unethical
world will be
experimentation
destroyed.
to get your
This
results.
matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria
Well,
are
maybe
a little more
a little
restrictive
bit,
than
but
that.
not
There is no
specifically
shortage
for
of
him.
suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
I mean,
probably not. Paimon's not sure.
your motives are more specific and personal.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
This
Divine
Archon
knowledge
quest is
capsule
going
something
really
I
dark.
want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are treated as personal something. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Akademiya, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably
You
right.
are their weirdo.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out.
Yeah, I can tell.
Uniqueness is also an asset,
Uh-huh.
is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed.
Yeah.
If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a
Mhm.
lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than
All right, he's very bold too. What do we do with him?
that. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us.
Yeah.
We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru village.
All right, sounds cool. Right from the Elazar Hospital. There's an ancient. Oh, there's the ancient key I needed. Okay. Anything else here? This is where we came from. There's a name inscribed in this bowl. Hakim. Okay. This is where we came from, though, right? Yeah, we looked at the flower pot and then we came over. We didn't go here yet. If there weren't crooked carvings of Arbas, Abbas, and sugar jar in them, it would be difficult to imagine that this dirty clay jar is... Okay. Dusty table. There's a name inscribed in this bowl. Avin. Okay. So maybe this isn't the place that Kale was taken to. But it's still possible this is the place that Kale was taken to before, when she was younger. In the manga, we see her like getting dragged out into the desert, I think. Yeah, this is some pretty scary stuff we're seeing here.
We're back!
Yeah.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some
Cool.
water.
Can you take care of this guy?
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
Yeah, that whole abandoned hospital thing was pretty scary, and the Akademiya
So,
thing was pretty scary.
At one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the Akademiya's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
And they need the scholars
Their
who've
plan
gone
must
mad
have
for
been
divine knowledge to
implemented at
get
some
divine
point
knowledge.
before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Are they tracking us somehow?
Why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst.
A mole. Uh-oh.
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the
One of
Akademiya.
us? I hope you don't mean Isak.
Huh? Are our friendships that
Yeah,
shallow?
our friendship's that shallow. Cyno.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Aight. Spill.
Cyno, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
And he's like, what?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Cyno's the mole.
Yeah, but not on purpose.
Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Cyno isn't like any of us.
How so?
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Akademiya has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
True. That's a good point.
If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Akademiya is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Akademiya has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with
so I don't think Cyno's not like
Every
the
so
intentional
often comes
mole,
a Yagarbaha
but
day.
they
On this
definitely
day,
have him
the
on
Akademiya enters new
their high
information
alert.
into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Akademiya entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into
maybe
the
not
Akasha.
in your perspective.
The Akasha is capable of computation.
Huh?
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements
that's right.
using
It's
the
basically
data
like a
entered.
supercomputer.
When you would depart, the route you would follow.
Not only is it like
your
Google,
destination.
but it can also
knew
it's
all of
also a
this.
supercomputer.
It predicted my every move.
The Akademiya has been watching you longer than you think.
Interesting.
So that's how it is. Cyno adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Akademiya. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Cyno, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
It's not your fault that they're using their
They
supercomputer
escaped because of me.
for this. Don't blame yourself. It's not
like any of us would have known.
exactly, and also it's like it's not your fault they're doing it in the first place. So
I have an idea.
Tell us.
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Oh, outsmarting them.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is. Paimon gets it now. If the Akademiya is trying to avoid Cyno, then the safest place would be...
One step behind him.
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
You're getting smarter, Paimon. We all have to be smart. There's like 6 of us here. 7 include Isak, but Isak's just waiting for his grandpa. And sticking all 6 of us to very slightly outwit a supercomputer. So, I don't know, but yes, thank you, Paimon.
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
Yeah, at this point, sure.
You want to go too?
Make sure you don't get in our way, don't get involved in the fighting.
You have to promise you'll stay safe.
Yeah.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any
Yeah.
trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food
Yeah.
with you. Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Shoot. Don't say that. Paimon, don't say that. We're missing someone? Who isn't here? Okay, you're here. I was worried, is the village chief not here? No, he's here. We have Dehya. We have Alhaitham. We have Cyno. Me and Paimon. Candace is staying here. Isak's coming with us. Who's left? Is it one of the NPCs? Paimon, don't say something vague like that. You're gonna make me think about it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end off this episode here, because this seems like a good place. We're about to go do something epic. So this seems like a good place to end off. And yeah, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I'm glad I get to do this on my birthday and have fun. What do you think, Cloud Retainer? Okay, I feel like when I go outside, it's just gonna start. So I'm gonna wait here and I'm gonna finish this in the next episode, which I'll probably just do later today. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day, everyone.